Now to repair the broken SO-239, I had to remove the switch. I desoldered from all the SO-239s. I could have managed, but the problem is even the middle one, it will come off. Although it looks okay on this side, I see a gap on all the sides. You can see it even on camera. So this will eventually come off. So I want to rework on this and then solder this as well. So first I need to clean everything and then flatten this out because it is bulged on this side. Because I think while connecting they keep pushing to screw in the PL259, and that way it is not level. So this will not sit correctly even if I try to solder. So I need to first level that and then of course clean everything. Now a regular soldering iron won't have sufficient heat to either solder or remove any of these. So the plan is to use a gas torch. I changed to a smaller one. In fact, I would have preferred a smaller than this nozzle, but this is the smallest I have. So let me see how it goes. So there we have it, and even this looks so ugly. That means it was just holding on at a few places, that's it. So now I have to clean both. I have now cleaned the surface with a wire brush as much as I could, and also straightened it as much as I could. I didn't want to exert too much force. So anyway, let me see how it goes. Only the connectors I'll just use alcohol to clean the surface. I don't want to use any brush or anything rough. For good measure, I have scrubbed it with a 3M pad, this surface which is going to get soldered onto this one, and also finally cleaned it with alcohol. And this, after the wire brush cleaning, I have also cleaned it with alcohol. This is the pad I used. So now it's ready for soldering. And of course I have covered the threaded portion with a masking tape so that there is no solder bleed through onto the threads. So it's done. Let me see how it is on the other side. If everything okay, I'll go ahead with this one. I do see a little carbonizing on the insulation. I'll see if I can remove that, because that should not cause any effect on the dielectric strength of that insulation, or I don't think the impedance will matter much there. I'm more worried about the dielectric strength. This is how it looks after soldering these two connectors. It looks okay, but I expected a better finish here, but I didn't want to take chances and then heat it up again. But it's okay. And so these are the two connectors. You notice a slight surface burn on the insulation here. I tried to clean it. I can remove it further if needed, but I think it is okay. I'll just leave it as is. That is because of the bigger flame. I could have put something to protect it from the heat, but then too much of labor. So anyway, next time going forward, if I need to do anything like this, I'll get hold of a smaller flame torch, smaller tip, like the ones the goldsmiths use. So it's okay. All edges are okay, except I see a little gap at some places, but overall I think it has stuck well. I don't think it's going to come off. Probably it will be stronger than the factory done. Going by what I saw from the factory, it was hardly holding anywhere. I was tempted to even heat up the rest of the connectors, but then I didn't want to take a chance. They look firm. So now it's a question of assembling the switch now and soldering. Now this is how it looks after soldering both the connectors and all the terminals I had removed. You can see everything is soldered back. Even the center one is soldered, and the height is properly adjusted to how it was originally, so that the case can sit and lock. So this is the reference, and it sits. So I just need to solder this area. So let me show you a close-up. I just wanted to bring it to original form, if not better. And only one wire, I had to use a new one. You'll notice that this is a new one, because the old wire, since this had become loose, it was all twisted. You can see it here. It's all twisted, and I removed it, and the broken part from the SO-239 terminal, and I didn't want to use this. So in place of that, I have used a different wire, but there's a good conductor. So I've soldered it there and here. Now with better lighting and a close-up, you can observe the solder joints all. And even the center one. Finally assembled everything back after repairs. A few parts, maybe 2 parts here, while cutting, even this had cut, so I had to fill solder there. So there is no gap there. I didn't want it to be weak at that point. Otherwise, everything is okay. And I have not soldered the entire thing. Only at 4 places I soldered. 1, 2, 3 and 4. This is for my friend, and if he wants, he can fill the other areas. In fact, he was telling that soldering the entire thing may not be required. So anyway, I will leave it to him. And this time I did not use a torch. I just used an SMD hot air gun because I didn't want the heat to go around everywhere. I was afraid of loosening these connectors. So using a heat gun, so this area, you can see that. 2, 3 and 4. So 4 places, and it's quite rigid even when you turn. Nothing happens. But in fact, I was telling him to put it in a different box, but he said he wants the originality of the how it was manufactured by Protax. So there it is. It's not very elegant, but it's not bad either, but it's very functional. Thank you for watching.